Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am live and I am back. Thank you for all the well wishes. This is how sick I was. The first after the game, after the Thanksgiving game or whatever, I was in my bed, and you know when you're thinking about how much you love your family and your wife, and how much you love everybody, and how much I was doing that in the bed while I was shivering like that right after, because as soon as the game was over, I went straight to sleep and I slept into the next day, and then I didn't get my voice back until yesterday, and that's when I got my voice back. No, that's the first thing I don't want to talk about, Dave. That's the first thing I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about the Eagles today, okay? I don't want to talk about Saquon Barkley today, okay? I'm feeling better, all right? You don't want you came in here, you're trying to bring me back down. I don't want to go back down. Yeah, I saw your Eagles. I saw Howie on the sidelines, like. I know that was you know what, Christy, I wasn't planning on really watching that game last night, but when I saw the snow, I was like, I'm watching this. And did you see Sora's here every morning? Everybody, Sora's, say good morning to Sora. Let me give her some treats. She's here you go. But when I saw the snow, I was like, man, this is gonna be one fun game, and it was. Did you see Christian McCaffrey's calf? It just like it did that reverberating thing. Who else did that? The calf just when he started running on it and he went straight down. So McCaffrey is done. You know what? The San Francisco 49ers, this year for the 49ers, I think Christy said good morning, Sora. She's eating. But isn't it interesting how the 49ers season is now over? It's over because they lost McCaffrey. They're not good or whatever. But isn't it real interesting about all the drama that went in on the Dallas Cowboys and the Dallas Cowboys season being over and how terrible the Dallas Cowboys are, and it started every show about the Dallas Cowboys and how bad the Cowboys are or whatever. When there was an actual legit great team, a legit great team, not our team, a legit great team that was doing this all season long. And we didn't believe it because, they're such a great team. The 49ers are such a great team. But all year long, they've been doing this and doing this and doing this, not playing any games well whatsoever or whatnot. Of course, they got our number. I'm not talking about them versus us because we can't beat that scheme or whatnot. But they have been playing horrible all year, and there's been crickets. Nobody's been saying anything. Nobody's been ripping them apart. Nobody's been talking trash about them. You know what I'm saying? When it's the Cowboys, everybody's ripped. Our quarterback is ripped. Our running back is our ownership is ripped. Our coaches are ripped. Everybody's ripped in the Cowboys. But that whole organization has just fallen apart in front of our eyes, and no one has said a word. No memes on the internet. No nothing. Oh, well. Isn't it funny? It is like, you got to know that we're here for entertainment purposes only. We're here because the Dallas Cowboys do something good, they shoot us up. And when we do something bad, they shoot us down. And just enough, we won 2 games, and these people are talking about the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs. We should be talking about the playoffs. Even if we do somehow make the playoffs, it's going to be that last team that gets blown out in the playoffs. So why is the Cowboys in the playoffs really even a conversation? Good morning, everybody. What's up, C? I had a decent Thanksgiving. I hope everybody else had one too. What's up, Grip Vic? Yeah, I didn't believe it, but this is the NFL reason. There's so many reasons that a team can have a bad season. And we, for dramatic purposes, we'll always put it on the quarterback first. You know, if a team does well, it's the quarterback, and if a team does bad, it's the quarterback, and then it's the coach. You know what I'm saying? We'll just do that to teams, and when we think that quarterback is good and think their coach is good, we go like, they'll be all right. It's all about what we think. Who's saying something about Kellen Moore? Morning. Isn't it sad that Kellen Moore was allowed to grow in Dallas, and now in Philly he knows how to run the ball? No, Chris Plumage. Can you honestly say you would be a bad offensive coordinator with the Philadelphia Eagles right now? Can you honestly say Chris Plumage would be a bad offensive coordinator for the Philadelphia Eagles when all you have to do is hand the ball off to Saquon Barkley? Kellen Moore isn't controlling Saquon Barkley. Kellen Moore isn't making Saquon Barkley do jumpers backwards up over people's heads. He's not speeding up. That roster is loaded. I'm just saying this, how we give all the credit to the coaches and all the credit to the when they're winning, and it's not all the credit to the coaches. And we blame all the coaches when they lose, and it's not all the coaches. So this is another situation. This is seriously not the coaches in Philadelphia. They are stacked. You don't see a scheme in Philadelphia that's coming and wearing people out. People are afraid of their scheme. No, they're afraid of Saquon Barkley. They're afraid of those wide receivers. They're afraid of that defense. There's no scheme in Philadelphia that's just like blowing people out the water. Sorry. Philly is stacked. What's up, JJ? I don't want to. Here's another one. She's like, I'm getting all these treats. There's one more for your breath. I got one more treat for your breath. Hey, Kathy, run the table. I'm with you, Kathy. I think we can do it. Cincinnati looks bad. They can't stop making excuses for Joe Burrow. Can you imagine if we had can you imagine Dak Prescott in that situation? Oh, my God. Carolina scares me a little bit. They're playing very good football right now. So Carolina's a little scary point. We got the Commanders again. I don't know about that game yesterday. They came out really like gangbusters. They got a lot of when you come on, you jump on top of a team that quick. But if they didn't have that start yesterday, I don't think they would have won that game yesterday, because they scored all those points early, and then Washington just like pretty much shut down, and then they scored again at the end to make the score look better. But Tennessee was coming back on them with nobody, and Tennessee is like probably one of the worst teams in the league. Yeah, so I'm not up. They got a good record, but I'm not saying, oh, we're not going to beat the Commanders this time. All right, and I can't see from that game like, oh, we got lucky and we beat the Commanders last time. No, we pretty much. I mean, they were lucky to get back into the game. They were lucky to get back. Mike McCarthy let them back into the game. Now, Fangio gets credit. I will say that, Cortland Brown. Fangio does, because defense is a situation where you can have a whole bunch of talent over there and they play like crap. So Fangio does have them boys playing as well. Thanks for that correction. No, see. Kellen Moore gets nothing from me. Our fan base is a glutton for punishment, that too. The tush push, exactly. There's so many things that goes on. So many things that goes on with Philadelphia to make that offense so good. There's so many things. It's that tush push. It's that tush push. Where am I? I hope you didn't do anything. There you go. My comments went away. But you got the tush push, and I think I told y'all last year. I explained how that tush push helps the Eagles. Hold on. How that tush push helps the Eagles in almost every drive. I mean, when you're 3rd and 3 or just go, and you'll get a yard and a half, and then you'll get another yard and a half, and you'll get the first down at least on the tush push. So you add the tush push with Saquon Barkley and the best offensive line in the league. That I mean, and the best wide receiving core. Those are two of the best wide receivers in the league. You cannot go wrong with that offense. I mean, you literally can't. It's too talented. All you have to do, look, man. I'm a master coach of a flag football team, 7-year-olds, 8-year-olds. Well, I'm taking a break right now, but I know when you got great offensive players, you put the ball into their hands and you sit back and you watch them move and you go, "Wow, I can coach." That's what you do on offense when you got players like that. You hand the ball off to your guy that can make every move or whatever. Then you sit back and like, "Man, I'm a great coach." that's what it is. Which one? The Ozbots? Man, these Ozbots are great. Angry Cowboy fan. I'm getting ready to hook the little one up again. This is the little one. And I'm going to put it back over here on this side or whatnot. So I'll have a shot right here and a shot right here. And then I've got the other ones over there and over there. What I did, I'm going to get off early. I'm not going to do a full show today because I redid my entire setup here. Yes, Shango redoes his setup all the time. So I redid my setup here when I was sick because I had energy. I just couldn't talk. I got a new monitor right here. I got a monitor for my PS5 Pro. So this is like 480 hertz. So this thing plays so smoothly on this thing. And then I have your comments on here right now, but I'll move your comments over there. So I've got a lot of stuff going on right here. And as soon as the show is over, I'm unhooking everything and I'm doing a lot of wire management and I'm getting this thing straight for tomorrow's show. So hopefully it'll be good tomorrow. You can hear a little bit still in my throat. A little bit of stuff. Yeah, Angry, let us know what time you're going live. Shoot, I might get you. I might pipe you guys in on this show. I'm learning how to do that too with Ustream, so I might be able to get some people on this show. It's like Steve Kerr coaching the 2015-2018 Warriors. Yeah, give him the ball. I can coach. God, I can coach. Because last year with Brian Johnson was bad. Yeah. Well, the one thing I would say about the offense between this year and last year, Saquon Barkley is huge. If you go to every single game that Philadelphia won, Saquon Barkley has made a huge run or a huge score or something to win that football game. He has been literally responsible for every single game. And I don't think this team would look nearly the same without Saquon Barkley. And that's where last year comes in. Because if you don't have that running game with this offense, then the offense falls apart. It did. It does. It'll be after law and the regular. I don't want to step on it. I hope I'm not stepping it. You know what, Angry Cowboy fan, that's why I'm on so early in the morning, because I did not know when other people are going live, and I don't want to accidentally go, especially law. I don't want to accidentally go live at the same time law goes live, but I know ain't nobody up this time in the morning. Ain't nobody but me. Yeah, man. All this stuff is going to be set up during the off season, JJ. My focus this season was to start making daily content, and I am almost there. I'm to where I'm making 3 to 4. When I do my 4 shows, sometimes 5 pieces of content a week. And then also I'm cutting this content up and I'm sending it out there, whatever. So right now it's an internal struggle to make sure that I'm consistent, because that's the number one thing. If you eat, this is for you guys that want to be content creators. It's all about consistency. It's all about consistency. You got to get your body and you got to get your mind to where I got to do this all the time, because you're really not talking to, and you're not working with the audience. You're working with the algorithm, and you have to make the algorithm know and trust that you're going to be there, all the times that you say you're going to be there. And when you do that, the algorithm starts pushing you up. And when the algorithm starts pushing you up, then that's when you get all the viewers. You know what I'm saying? So it's really a thing between you and the algorithm, that he's reading your energy and making sure you're a worker and you can work on things at a consistent basis. And when you do that, he'll reward you with more views and stuff like that. So that's how this thing works, man. And it's all, you have to put your head down and you just have to get it done. Overshown and Micah, JJ, I want to devise me a defense that just has them two, and they would just one on one side of the field and one on the other side of the field, and they would just wreak havoc. They would come after your quarterback. They would drop in coverage. They would chase. They can do all kind of things, because both of these two individuals are just ridiculous athletes, and they both can rush the passer, but they're not pass rushers. Get real pass rushers and have those guys, because if you have real pass rushers and those guys, quarterbacks are dead. Do you hear me? If you have Micah and Overshown at linebacker and real pass rushers and real defensive tackles, the quarterback is dead. The running game is dead. You don't have to worry about anybody behind you, because they ain't even going to have to work back there. You get those first four guys, and you get studs on that four, and you have Overshown on one side, you have Micah on the other. Come on, man. Let me run the defense. And law just goes live whenever law goes live. Oh, you got to be at work at 4:30 a.m. Ooh. Hey, B Macro, but I love those shifts, because that's the shift. When I moved from the East Coast to the West Coast, I was still on the East Coast schedule, so I was working with Microsoft, and I had to be at work at 4:30, 4:45, because I had the 5 a.m. shift or whatever. So I love the 5 a.m. shift. They was like, man, how can you do it? How can you do it? And then I'm walking out at like 2 o'clock. I'm walking out, going home for the day, and they're still in there working. They just got back from lunch, and I'm leaving and going for home. I was like, that's how I can do it. But no, I was still on that 5 o'clock schedule. I'm still on that schedule now. The 4-3 over. Oh, man, that's first perfect defense for Overshown. The 4-3 over. I like that 5-2 too. Exactly. Because you can have Micah, if a 5-2, you can have Micah and Overshown on the edges of those things too. Maybe not Overshown, but Micah definitely on the edge of one of those on the 5-2. And you can have 5 and then them, like you were talking about, the 5 and then Micah and them at the back. It can just be so nasty, because you have two players that are just like ridiculous. Shout out to the Eagles. The Eagles look great. Get my nerves. We got to win out, and I hope the Commanders lose 3 of the next 5. I don't know. I think the Commanders got a pretty easy schedule. I don't think they're going to lose. I mean, they're not. The Commanders aren't as bad as we hoped they would be, and they're not as good as we feared they would be. So they're probably like a little bit under us right now with Cooper Rush. They're a little bit under us. And the Eagles are for real. No matter how much I hate to say it as well, they are for real. I was really hoping to see a fall off like last year, an implosion like last year, but not this year. Maybe next year we'll get it. It's all about Saquon Barkley. They can't implode without with Saquon. Saquon is making I'm telling you, every single game that Saquon Barkley has done something to win the game. It was because of him. How good would we have been with Saquon Barkley? Mm, 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 mm. If only we had a front office that cared about winning. If only we had a front office that like wanted to do winning things. Oh, Shango, you do. B Mac would do. I love leaving at one exactly. They can have that exactly. You lazy people coming in to work at 10 o'clock. What's wrong with y'all? Yeah, Saquon's a monster. Yeah, you shut down that they become a different team without their running game, because then it's like Jalen Hurts becomes that running quarterback that really struggles when they don't have a running back. But when Jalen Hurts has a running back, he is a problem. That quarterback option is a problem. Is a serious problem with Saquon. And that's another thing, how the team plays off Saquon. It's like Saquon Barkley he is MVP this year. I mean, I know it's a quarterback um, award, and they just give it to the quarterback that's playing the best. But if you look at Saquon Barkley's game and how much he impacted the game, how much it was all on Saquon Barkley, you know what I'm saying? And then you look at Josh Allen, which that's a good comparison because everybody says it's all on Josh Allen over there in Buffalo. But if you looked at that game last night, that Buffalo team is amazing. The running game, I don't know how many yards Cook had, and Josh was the finisher down there at the goal line. He ran for one. Him and Amari Cooper, he threw a horrible pass to Amari Cooper, and Amari Cooper reached out with one hand and caught it and pitched it back to Josh, and Josh ran it in for a touchdown. It was a ridiculous play, but he was just finishing at the goal line. That's what Jalen Hurts is doing that in Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts is the finisher at the goal line. Jalen Hurts is the one who Saquon Barkley has run, I don't know how many balls down to the 1-yard line, and Jalen Hurts takes it in for a 1-yard touchdown. So Jalen Hurts is the finisher down there. But the dude that's doing the work is Saquon Barkley, hands down. Not even close. The Giants should be punching. What's up, Ducky? I know, right? The Eagles were a floundering mess last year without a running game. They get a running game, and now they turn into monsters. Now, we were a floundering mess last year without a powerful running game. And what do? We make that running game worse and hope we get better. No disrespect to Rico, but he's still not doing what Pollard did last year. And we didn't have a good running game last year. So that's the problem of being a Cowboy fan. Eagles had a decent running back last year with Swift, and they said no. In order for this offense to work, we need to get better at our running back. The Dallas Cowboys would have never made that move if they already paid for somebody the year before in Swift. They would have never done a move like that. That's why the Philadelphia Eagles are better than the Cowboys, organizational-wise. That's why they're better than the Cowboys, because the Cowboys would have never made the move that the Philadelphia Eagles made last year when they replaced Swift, who's having a good year with Chicago again, a good running back. Better than any running back we have on our squad right now by far. Eagles got rid of him and went and got that guy because that guy is a difference maker. And that guy has made a difference in every single game this year. And you got us just yelling at the players. CeeDee Lamb. Dak. That. You got us fans just screaming down at the players. And the organization is failures. I was about to say failing. No, they are failures. They can't put together a roster for anything like the Philadelphia Eagles can. Those are just facts that we have to deal with as Cowboys fans. You can say all you want about who's a better this, but they are a better organization than the Dallas Cowboys are by far. They take care of their fan base. They hate us. The Cowboys organization don't do anything for us. They don't care about us. They don't care if we're angry. They don't want to make us happy. They don't do anything for us. Lurie and them dudes at Philadelphia, they take care of their fan base. Their fan base not happy. Let's do something for the fans. What does Jerry do? He talks down to our fan base. Well, I can't afford Henry. If you don't have a expensive house, you can't afford the mansion. That's what we get from our ownership. We get crap. So I that's why I don't talk junk about the players very often at all. I want the players to win because I want them to win in spite of the stuff that's going on in the front office. But the problem with that, the front office is going to take credit for their hard work. What Mike and them doing right now in Overshawn, they're going to take credit for that. And it's the boys out there working. There's no schemes out there. Again, I talk about Philadelphia, the scheme. There's no schemes out there at the Cowboys that are not like, we can't see a scheme working. We're not out thinking people. Sorry. That was my little rant against the Cowboys. Because it is so true. The Philadelphia Eagles care about their fans. The Dallas Cowboys do not care about their fans. All they want from their fans is their money. They don't care about giving the fans what they want on the field. They don't care about giving the fans what they want as far as championships and things of that sort. They do not care about giving the fans anything but something to take their money. Philadelphia Eagles ain't like that. Sorry. I am so anti Jerry Jones in this point of my life. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous because they're the problem. And they have us sitting there yelling at our quarterbacks, yelling at our coaches, yelling at all kind of stuff, creating all the entertainment drama for them to make more money. They're the problem. At least have somebody running this organization that at least half wants that money and half wants that win. But we got people that want that money. And I don't care what they say. I don't care what they say about where they want to win. It's in their actions. And they haven't made any actions whatsoever to make us happy. It's been 30 years since we've been happy. They've been monetizing off our other emotions. Trust me, I know. I'm Shango. I'm the one who throws the rants out. They monetize off that stuff. So the Philadelphia Eagles are by far a better franchise than my Dallas Cowboys. And we're not even close. Sorry, that was my morning anger. It's just, you just look at our roster. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we're being forced, and how much, and we get forced to be hype over a guy who's 28 years old, and nothing bad. I'm very happy for Josh Butler, but just think about that situation. I think that's his name. I'm sorry if that's not his name, but just think about that situation. We are so in a bad place for talent that we have to get hype over a 28-year-old that was working for Amazon or wherever for the last, I don't know how many years, and he went to the USFL. While the Philadelphia Eagles have basically Georgia, Alabama roster. Elite athletes. Nothing against Butler at all. I'm just talking about the initiative from us to go get these guys. I'm happy for him. But where are the guys from Alabama? Where are the guys from Ohio State? Where are the guys from these elite top programs? Where are these guys that were top draft picks? That went through the draft process and and all the scouts says they're great. We don't even try to go get those guys. We claim we're smarter than them. Then we luck up with Micah and Overshown. And that's pretty much it. We missed out on everybody else. We luck up on a couple, and we market those two that we've lucked up on, and we're great at the draft. And like, where's all these other guys that we're great at the draft? Philadelphia Eagles built themselves off the draft and a little bit of free agency here and there. Where's our long list of players that that come from my draft that are doing well for us? The Eagles have been to the Super Bowl, Drew. And they should have won. They did win that Super Bowl. They got hosed. No, they are not. The real problem are the fans. You know, I can't go against the fans. I just said that because the fans want to do the right thing. Hey, no. The fans just want to do the right thing. Dallas only have 4 playoff wins in 4 years. And they're all young, all exactly beyond levels to be. They've got youth on that defensive line. They've got young pass rusher. They got a young, fabulous secondary that they just got. Their secondary was bad last year. That was a reason. That was a reason for their collapse last year as well, their secondary. It's a fake narrative. Exactly. No, it's a fake narrative. Whenever we hit on a draft pick, we parade that hit around like it's the greatest thing in the world. And we done missed on a whole bunch of them. I mean, our Michigan guys from the last 2 drafts, that's enough to say we are bad at the draft. Those guys are just serviceable players. They're not a part of our nucleus. Shango, don't make Drew feel good. I told y'all I didn't want to talk about the Eagles this morning. I told y'all I didn't want to talk about the Eagles this morning. They just made me mad yesterday. I can't. It's just so hard for me to blame the people. It's hard for me to, because the people intent. The people are. Did you just drop my chair? The people. She just hit my little chair thing. You saw me. The fans aren't intending to do bad. You know what I'm saying? Their intent is actually to do good. Their intent is to support. So it's hard for me to blame someone who has a reasoning behind the reason why they go to that stadium, because they want to support the players. And I can't get mad at somebody for that or whatever. The intent for the Cowboys organization, though, I can question. Because are you intending to make money, or are you intending to win championships? Because if you're intending to win championships, everybody needs to be fired, because you're not doing the things that need to be done to win a championship. You're not even trying to do things. It would be different if I was sitting here just complaining about us making wrong moves and all this. We did this. We made stupid moves and all that stuff. No, we hadn't made stupid moves. You know why? We don't make any moves at all. We don't do anything. So that's why I can say we're not intending on winning because we're not making any moves to try. That's my issue. If we were trying and made bad moves, then I can say, oh, we stupid, and we can do different things. But at this stage, I look at the top, and I can honestly look at the top of this organization, and I can ask them, are you trying? And honestly ask them, are you trying? Because there's nothing you're doing that is like shows us that you're trying to win. There's nothing you're doing to make us feel good. There's nothing you're doing. Justin Tuck lost that game in Baltimore. What are you eating over there? I know. I will get heated. No, it's just it makes me mad when I see Philly success. Especially you should rewind to when they won the Super Bowl. When they won the Super Bowl. When they went to the Super Bowl. That whole season, I was so upset. So upset. Still am here. So upset. Y'all would have no. Philly would have won. You don't understand what you just said, Drew. Y'all, Dak is better than Jalen Hurts. Dak is better, Drew, than Jalen Hurts. If y'all have got Dak and left Dak as Dak was last year when in college as that dual threat and somebody can pass, he's so much better a passer than Jalen Hurts. It's not even worth a debate on who's a better passer. But he was a runner too. So the Dak Prescott stuff, if you talk, Drew, the Dak Prescott is the TV stuff. The real stuff with Dak Prescott is that he's a daggum good quarterback. Period. They just make money off his name. But y'all would have been good with Dak Prescott. Don't say that now. That you showing you know nothing now, Drew. Drew, he is so much better than Hurts. It's ridiculous. I'm not even in conversation saying that he's better than Hurts. No. Hurts can't throw, Drew. Hurts is not a passer, Drew. Dak has led the league in passing, Drew. Dak has thrown for 4,000 yards like nothing, Drew. Hurts can't do that. He can't physically do that. That's what I'm saying. Like Jared Goff can't run like Lamar Jackson. Hurts cannot pass like Dak Prescott. Period. Y'all wanted me to go after Drew. Now Drew was showing his ignorance. No, you can't compare resumes. You're comparing teams now, Drew. You're just showing your stupidity. Let's compare quarterback resumes. No, you're comparing team resumes. You're going back to Howie Roseman versus Jerry Jones. And you're going to throw that all on Hurts. No, Hurts is driving a Bugatti, and Dak is driving a bug. Volkswagen bug. Look at it. All you're doing is rhetoric. Dak can't win big games. No, you can't win big games when you're driving a bug. You can win big games when you're driving a Bugatti. What part of that do you not understand, Drew? That is 11 people, not one, Drew. Jeez, I just talked about the Philadelphia Eagles have the best running back in the game by far. Got the best offensive line by far. Got the best wide receiver core by far. Got one of the best tight ends in the league, actually, to be honest, too. So then you're going to say, Your quarterback is great. No, you're Brock Purdy. You're Brock Purdy. That's what you are. You're very good. You're a good quarterback, but you got weapons around you like crazy. And when those weapons aren't there, you're Brock Purdy. Please. Like Jalen Hurts is going putting the team. I can't stand Josh Allen, and I'll put Josh Allen way above that. Okay, Drew. Drew said, "Oh, so Dak can never have time." I'm talking about right now, Drew. I'm talking about right now. Drew, how close in talent are the Dallas Cowboys to the offensively? Take out the quarterback. How close are the Cowboys to your Eagles in talent? I'm waiting for your answer. Stop this talking about when we had 2020 or 2021, Drew. I'm talking about right now. Take the quarterbacks off the roster, and how close are the Dallas Cowboys to the Philadelphia Eagles? Answer me. Answer me, Drew. How close are the 10 Dallas Cowboys offensive players to the the offensive players on the Eagles? How close are they in talent? Answer me. Drew, how many of those guys on our 10 would make the roster of any other team outside of CeeDee Lamb and Tyler Smith? Would anyone on our offense make anybody's roster? I'm not talking about starting. Would it make anybody's roster? Ridiculous. I know. Ridiculous. I mean, Drew, take your wins. You see, I'm sitting here being honest with you, but you're going to be stupid and you want to take every win. No, Hurts is not that good, and you know this. You know Hurts is not that good. I love Hurts. I want Hurts on our team, but at least I'm smart enough to know who he is. You don't. He is a dog. He is smart as I don't know what. He's a fighter. He is a ferocious runner. But he can't throw. No, he didn't answer no question. Only beat too many records this week, 8-win streak. Dallas offensive line, run game, defense, much better in 23. This is not the same team. No, that they wasn't. I complain about our offensive line all last year. I complained about our running game all last year. I said that we weren't going to do anything last year because our running game. We're bad. Boo. Boo, 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 boo. Dak is afraid of the lights. That's just stupid. All you are doing is you're listening to people that talk on TV. The Dak is afraid of lights. It's just that's just dumb. That's pretty much dumb to say about any player, but to say it about a player that's accomplished so much, that he's accomplished so much so far, that's just stupid. What it is the team is not good enough, and you expect this one guy, because he plays quarterback, to make these tremendous plays in situations where it's not no plays. That's what you expect out of Dak Prescott, to say, oh, well, he can rise up. No, he's just a player. Look, he's not Patrick Mahomes. I'll say Patrick Mahomes or anybody. He's not nowhere near that talent. So you and the media grade him on that talent. They grade him on being Patrick Mahomes. And if he doesn't do the things that Patrick Mahomes does, then he's trash. And there's no in between. There's no in between with Dak Prescott. It's either he plays like Patrick Mahomes and rises and takes his team to the Super Bowl, or he's trash. That's the only thing I can explain to somebody that basically won MVP of the league last year. He was better than Lamar last year. That's all I can say to somebody who put up the numbers he did last year, and this year people are calling for his job and saying he doesn't deserve his money. That's crazy. You know, that's like the year that Saquon Barkley is having this year, and next year the Philadelphia Eagles fan base saying Saquon doesn't deserve any money. That's how stupid that is. So we make him that he has to be better than Mahomes, which he ain't nowhere near, but he has to be better than Mahomes for us to say he's good. He's a good quarterback. True. Dak can't do the things that Jalen does, Shango. That's winning the playoff. I know through the tush push. Tush push. That's Jalen's number one thing. My favorite stat last year, because they would put Jalen Hurts' touchdowns up with Dak Prescott's touchdowns last year. And literally, I don't know how many, but almost half or maybe more than half of his touchdowns were runs within like 2 yards. And this guy was throwing dimes for touchdowns. And you're going to say this guy who's running 1 yard touchdowns is better than the guy who's throwing those same amount of touchdowns. You're going to say this guy is better. That's how deranged you are. And you're going to base it off of, oh, the team won, so he better. No, the team is better. How can one person trolls? Yes, exactly, Jace. Mahomes is Dak's standard. If Dak isn't Mahomes, then Dak is trash. If Dak doesn't pick his team up and win the Super Bowl or go to the divisional or with a crappy roster, he's trash. What I don't want us to do with Dak Prescott, I'm going to give you a good example of what I don't want us to do with Dak Prescott. I don't want us to be Geno Smith. Go back, think back to when Geno Smith was drafted by the Jets. They destroyed Geno. Geno can't play. Geno's not good. Geno blah, 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 blah. So the Jets quickly listen to the people on TV, got rid of Geno. Now Geno is playing well. Geno just beat them. In the meantime, from when they had Geno, the Jets have went through more quarterback after quarterback after quarterback, looking for a quarterback to live up to that Patrick Mahomes standard, which I told you is a myth in the first place because Patrick Mahomes came to a team that was already the division winner. They were already a division winner, not a playoff team, a division-winning team when Patrick Mahomes got to that team. So Patrick Mahomes had to take him from a division-winning team to a Super Bowl team. Not from the worst team in the league to a Super Bowl team. People expect a quarterback to come into the league and take them from the worst team in the league to a Super Bowl team. Chicago is another one with mistake. They probably ruined poor Caleb. If they don't make the right move right now, we're trying to sell their whole franchise for a quarterback that's going to take their franchise to here to there, and they had one. It's not all about your quarterback. It's about those 11 guys on offense. It's about your running back. It's about your receivers. It's definitely about your offensive line. Sorry, still a little bit sick. But it's about all of that stuff. Because if those guys don't do their job, there's not a quarterback in the land that can do anything about it. Tom Brady will tell you that. The GOAT, the guy who said he's the great, he would not go to Tampa Bay if Tampa Bay did not have the personnel in place for him to succeed. That should tell you everything. Drew, you have flooded this whole show with stupidity today. Stupidity. Like ultimate stupidity. And the craziest thing is you won't take your wins. I'm sitting here so mad about Philadelphia and how good they are in certain situations and certain players in certain positions, and how great they are in the front office, and how great they are at the offensive line, and how great they are at running back, and how great they are at wide receiver, and how great they are at secondary, and how great and great and great and great and great and great. But you want everything. No, I'm not going to lie for you, Drew. He's not as good. Take it. Shoot. No, we're not making the playoffs. I kind of want us to make the playoffs. I know, that's what I'm talking about. The goalpost, what is he talking about? He is just, just stupidity all over this. Just like that stupidity is all over my floor. You got stupidity on my dog. Look at her. I'll wash you off later. Got stupidity all over this room. It is a team game, Drew. It is a team game. You people like to give all credit to quarterbacks or all blame to quarterbacks. You people are controlled by a stupid NFL media that tells you that everything is controlled, like a quarterback has a little controller in his helmet, and he controls all the other players, or he can rally them like they're children, like they're not grown men. It's all fake. And what you guys are, it's like pro wrestling. You're like wrestling fans that believe this myth that's not true. That guy is a member of 11, the quarterback. He's a member of 11. He has been singled out because for some reason they want to pay that guy more, a whole lot more. And I was thinking about this the other day. That's the one way to break up a team, is to pay them all different amounts. All the guys on offense should be paid the same thing. They're a team. Maybe outside they can get more sponsorships or whatever, but on the football field, they should be paid as a team, paid the same. Because you pay this quarterback all this money, and you make him like he's Superman. He's supposed to make everything happen, and he can't. All he can do is snap the ball and hand the ball off to this other guy. Or snap the ball and throw the ball to this other guy. That's all they can do. The other guy's got to run that route. The other guys have to be open. The other guy has to catch the ball. The other guy got to make a move. The other guy got to get in the end zone. These guys got to block, got to put their hands on grown men and put them in the ground. Much harder than just handing the ball off that a quarterback got to do. Don't get me going on a quarterback. No, a quarterback, football is an 11-on-11 sport. And you need all 11 playing hard to win. There you go. Look at it. Look at these people. They're just repeating television. Look at the no Willie works. A lot of those yards, that comes from garbage time, but running up the score. Every fan base knows it. That's what they say on TV all the time. You guys don't understand. You're just little bots that you just repeat what they say on TV all the time, and you probably don't even watch the games. You probably hadn't even seen the games. And then like trash yards, like everybody gets trash yards. Like, oh, at the end of the game, the other team always gets a lot of ball. No, that's not true. We winning with Cooper Rush because it's an 11-on-11 game. That's why we're winning with Cooper Rush. It's not a quarterback versus quarterback thing. It is 11 versus 11 thing. This is our fan base is so. This is why I don't want us to get too quarterback messed up, because we're gonna end up. We done been in this situation before when we tripping over a quarterback and trying to get the greatest quarterback in the world. We've been in this situation before. going through quarterback after quarterback after quarterback after quarterback. The Bears are in that situation. Went through quarterback after quarterback after quarterback. The Jets, quarterback after quarterback. And not only that, they dropped quarterbacks that could have won the Super Bowls for them. Geno can win a Super Bowl. Sam Darnold can win a Super Bowl. So in that process of, we got to get a quarterback. Our quarterback is the greatest quarterback in the league. In the process, the Jets have given up 2 quarterbacks that are going to be playing in the playoffs this year, and one might really win the Super Bowl with Detroit. Not Detroit. Minnesota. But Detroit's got a reused quarterback too from the Rams. No reason to be tripping over a quarterback. There's no reason to be tripping over a quarterback. You should be tripping over your team. And yeah, the playbook is and you get to play football there. Angry Cowboy fans said a great thing to play, and this is what happened to Dallas. This is what happens to Dallas, and I beg for them to keep that simplified playbook. But Angry Cowboy fan says the playbook gets simplified when your quarterback one goes down. The offense just hands the ball off more when Dak is in the game. Yes, but we need to do that when Dak is in the game. Just because Dak has a powerful arm, more powerful arm than Cooper Rush, and can get the ball in different places and all that kind of stuff. That's the reason why they take those chances with Dak and not with Cooper Rush. But I would like them not to take those chances and play the same style of game they're playing with Cooper Rush with Dak Prescott. If we do that, that would change everything. And then only take those shots when we need to take those shots down the field. Only take those shots off play action and things of those sorts. We don't need to have a quarterback that they talk about that is the best quarterback in the league. That was one of the worst seasons I had last year when Dak Prescott was one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Because you don't win like that. You win. You win. My favorite, my number one Dak Prescott stat line is like 240 yards, 230, 240 yards, 2 touchdowns. That usually, if he got that usually we're going to win. You know what I'm saying? But if Dak Prescott threw the ball like 57 times, 370-something yards, 4 touchdowns, we just lost. And that's because we play football wrong with Dak Prescott. We need to play the same game we play with Cooper Rush with Dak Prescott. We need to be just as conservative as we are with Cooper Rush with Dak Prescott. But for some reason, when Cooper Rush comes in, we play football the right way. When Cooper Rush leaves, we throw the ball around like crazy. Swazi, shut up. Shut up and go look at your Madden. You know, shut up. God, you guys are so stupid. Who else, Zevros, who else gets garbage time stats? Go ahead and tell me who else gets garbage time stats? Who else gets garbage time? Because this is a made-up thing for Dak Prescott. Who else gets garbage time stats? Name one quarterback that goes out there and get garbage time stats. You know why you talk about garbage time stats? Because Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith, all those people on TV talk about garbage time stats. That's why I tell you people are drones. You have no thoughts for yourself. You just repeat what you hear on TV. The garbage time stats is a TV talking point. And all you guys do is repeat the talking points on TV, like politics. It's the same thing. You hear it on TV and you say it again. It's like you have nothing up here between your head, between your ears. Lamar Jackson don't get. And Lamar's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. Too, right? Is Lamar Jackson what? Did Lamar Jackson get MVP last year? Is Burrow considered one of the best in the league then too? Is Burrow are they? Are they? So what you're saying is Dak is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Is that what you're saying? Because you're not bringing up any bad quarterbacks. Come on, let's go. Let's bring up some quarterback that's bad. Because all you guys are bringing up a quarterback that one that has multiple MVPs, Lamar, and then you got another one that has a Super Bowl and everybody loves. Shango, can you tell me when Dak won a meaningful game while putting the team on? Yeah, this year Pittsburgh. This year Pittsburgh. This year Pittsburgh. What? This year Pittsburgh. What? This year Pittsburgh. What? This year Pittsburgh. And nobody said a word about it. They just like brushed it off like, okay. Oh, well, he won. So because when Dak does good things like that, it doesn't make money. So it goes to the bottom of whatever. But when he does not win, it goes to the top because it makes money for the people on TV. Pittsburgh. And Dak was bad this year. But he's still done it this year. And he was not good this year. Oh, the defense, Wazzy? You see these guys are trolls. You see these guys are just trolls. I believe the weak defense won this game. But knowing we fumbled the ball, and Dak Prescott did something that Cam Newton said that he wished he had done in the Super Bowl, is dive on that football, gave up his body to get that ball back. And what Dak Prescott did is he dove on that football to get that ball back from the defense, put his body on the line and his everything on the line and go get that ball. Then the next play, he put the ball in the end zone for a touchdown and to win the football game. You guys are owned by people on TV. You guys' brains are owned by people on TV. You guys do not have a single thought that belongs to yourself. Everything that comes out of your mouth, I've heard before. Period. Period. We deserve quarterback. Exactly. That's why I'm begging for. We deserve quarterback purgatory. I'm trying to stop us from getting in quarterback purgatory because people think so much of quarterbacks that they will throw away a quarterback in a heartbeat and try to get another one and throw away one and get another one and throw away one and get another one. That's quarterback purgatory, if anybody know about it. That's what he's talking about, that I have lived through, that we have lived through. Stop that. Fighting my VR. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, I'm still here. What are you eating on now? Let me see that. Let me see that. I knew you had something. Finish it up. I knew she was destroying something of mine. I know, Carb. They just and I'm so happy I'm feeling good finally. I've been sick for like 6 days in a row, so I'm finally feeling good. So this feels good. Happy about that 10 and 2. Washington. This is what I'm saying. Zev Roy said like Washington did, and now they're better than we are. This is my problem with Cowboy fans too. Like Washington did. That Zev Roy just said like Washington did, and now they're better than we are. Didn't we just beat Washington pretty handily? And they came back with some trash yards. Isn't that Zeb? Isn't that what just happened? Hold on, Zeb. Hold on, Zeb. Because isn't that just what happened? I could have swore we just beat Washington. Like 3 quarters. It was like, we beat them down. And then they got trash yards in the 4th and came back. Isn't that just what happened? It's like that. Now, the Cowboy fans like that. That's what get on my nerves because they just want to talk about us in a negative way just for. I mean, there's no reason to say Washington is better than us right now when we just beat Washington with our backups. There's no reason to say Washington is better than Dallas when Washington beat Dallas with their backups. I better quarterback. Cooper Rush, I better quarterback. Zeb, I better Rush. Cooper Rush is better than Dak. Is that what you're getting with? Is that what y'all getting to? Cooper Rush Dak would have lost the game because Cooper Rush is better. Bye. I'm leaving because of those idiots. I'm leaving because they have pissed me off to the So I'm out of here because I cannot stand that stupidity. Now they're I'll see you later.